It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Pittsburgh Steelers under the lights on Thursday night.
Oh, the cold weather certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here in the Steel City, I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined by my partner, Charles Davis. And Charles, it doesn't matter what year it is, who the players are that are wearing the black and gold. It is never an easy assignment to come in and win here in Pittsburgh on this field.
And this team always takes on the identity of this city. They're going to be tough physically, but they're also going to be tough mentally. Just 3 head coaches in 54 years. They've established their program. They know who they are. Good luck coming in and trying to take one from the Steelers.
And meanwhile, the Titans last year, they were one of those strange statistical anomalies, CD. When you look at their defense, they were the best in football, number 1 overall against the run, but worst in the league, number 32 against the pass.
And part of the reason they were number 1 against the run, the struggles they had slowing people down through the air, so people threw it and threw it and threw it and had great success. And a team that should have been in the playoffs last year somehow managed to miss it.
The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Well, the Titans ready to take over on offense for the first time, and it is the now 35-year-old Ryan Tannehill who leads them out in his 12th NFL campaign.
Those who expected Ryan Tannehill to go quietly into the night after the Titans drafted Will Levis, well, they clearly don't know this man well at all. He's a fighter and former comeback player of the year and expects to have his best season yet as a pro in this campaign.
Tannehill to throw on the first play. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 2. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Tannehill. And his throw here is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. It's complete to Hopkins. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. The NFL's active leader in rush yards, Derrick Henry. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Trevon Wesco.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Titans will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Just how they wanted to start this one, in the end zone on their first possession.
And that just happened. How about that play right there? As you said, opening possession, setting the tone for everything. And I'm going to look forward a little bit now because everyone should be celebrating his catch in the end zone. The tight end gets a little bit of love. But if you're a receiver on the team, you should be thinking to yourself, boy, oh boy, things are going to open up the rest of the game if they have to focus on him as well.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Powering his way forward.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steelers offense set for their first possession here, and it's Kenny Pickett who will lead the way, the second-year man, Charles, from Pitt.
Pickett didn't quite lead Pittsburgh to the promised land in his first season as the hometown kid and franchise quarterback, but he did impress once he got in the field. Winning 7 games helped keep the vaunted streak of non-losing seasons alive in the Steel City.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 23.
Now the third-year man, Najee Harris.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now 2nd and 9. Pickett. Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he will have a Steelers first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
It was tough for them to stand on the sidelines and watch the other team take it downfield and score, wasn't it? So they knew when they got on the field, it's on them. Pick up first downs, get downfield and score. How about them picking up that 3rd and short?
I was just going to say, you and I were talking before the game, those 3rd down conversions are going to be huge in this one. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
Pickett back to the air on 2nd down.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
From the gun, here's Pickett.
that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Kyle Phillips deep for Tennessee. This is fielded at the 27. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill.
And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now it's Tannehill.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by DeMonte Kazin. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Tannehill.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10. Tannehill going to hand to Henry on the option. They'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now Tannehill.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. Pickett will look to throw it here. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I'd give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett.
It's brought in by Harris.
And he will have a Steelers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. So, Charles, this defense in for a tough matchup. What do you think the game plan is here tonight?
Well, I think the game plan is the same as most, which is, hey, pass rushers, do your job. Coverage guys, do your job. And the linebackers are going to be a mix. Sometimes they'll drop in coverage. Sometimes they'll pressure the quarterback. But all in all, you never want to let that quarterback get a string of completions going, because if so, they're hard to deal with, and it makes for a long evening.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Pickens on the slam.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 14. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Pickett now from the gun here.
And he's got it.
And the Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the 1st and goal.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Tennessee offense set to go again. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 5.
Here's Tannehill.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Tannehill. And the catch made by Hopkins. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 13. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And Johnson going to have a Steelers first down as he's got it up to the 28-yard line.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Pickett to throw on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Back to throw, Pickett. Completes this one to Pickens. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Now run straight ahead with Warren.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Presley Harvin now.
Formation for the Steelers.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 11.
He'll start with a give to Henry.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill.
It's complete, Burks.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. He finds Hopkins complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Number 10, DeAndre Hopkins. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Tannehill.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Tannehill now to throw.
That's caught. Left side, it's Burks.
And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
Just shy of the 30. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Washington.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A gain of 32 that time.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Now Pickett. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And in the end, it was Deontay Johnson's touchdown catch to cap the drive.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 15-yard line.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, first and 10.
There is Deontay Johnson as this Steeler offense gets set for this next series.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Here is 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Pickett.
And this is going to be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And right now these guys are shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Back to throw, Tannehill.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Tannehill.
Going to the right here and finding Burks.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Over the middle, he's got the tight end, Wesco. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Tannehill.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. To throw is Tannehill. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. That's Phillips. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone.
Now Tannehill. With a catch made by Hopkins. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Folk's kick is good.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
Washington's got it. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here's Pickett. And he'll get it right back to Washington.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This 2nd and 4. Pickett back to throw.
Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Pickett's throw pulled in by Robinson here. He's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a solid first half from the second-year man at quarterback, Kenny Pickett. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Pickett. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Off play action. Pickett. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
Azeez Al-Shaair, former 49er, in on the tackle.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now 2nd and 5. Pickett sets up play action. That's caught downfield by Pickens.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
George Pickens, 49 yards. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26.
Tannehill.
A check down here for Henry.
He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle was there but couldn't bust free. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Tannehill working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9.
Now it's Tannehill.
Got his man, Okonkwo.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. A very solid gain of 27.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Again, Tannehill.
On the out route, he's got Burks.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it second down.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
In motion is Phillips. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Henry. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. He's going to get it again. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And it's a Titans touchdown.
Chigakakro from 3 yards out.
And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Fulton connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. But George Pickens and the Steelers headed back out for another series.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their 25-yard line.
Harris will start to drive out.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
On the give, it's Warren. Nice little juke.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
To the air on first down with Pickett. Pickens on the slant.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now Pickett, he's got this to his running back, Harris. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett finding Harris on back-to-back plays.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11, first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's brought in by Harris. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again.
They'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 19. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Pickett now on 1st down.
Complete to Washington. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Pickett will look to throw it here. Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route. And the Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll try to run with Harris. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Back to throw, Pickett.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Touchdown!
Darnell Washington.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Boswell for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
On second down, here's Tannehill.
That's caught. Left side, it's Burks.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Tannehill on target to Burks. First down, Tennessee. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one...
Tannehill intercepted again. Picked off by Cole Holcomb.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A handoff for Warren.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Shrugs him off. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Did to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now here's another carry for Harris. They stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers are able to add on to that lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Boswell good with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Titans 17.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
And the Titans getting set to go.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 5. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Tannehill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
First and 10, here's Pickett.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Credit the sack there to Arden Key.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Now a run with Warren. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Now they fake the jet sweep there and a run instead with Harris.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So Pickett is off to the sideline and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Tannehill on 1st down.
Oh, wide open, complete. Look at the big fella go.
Touchdown, Titans.
Chigakonkwo,
his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. The 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They hand this off to Harris, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
49 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Pickett finding Johnson there. First down, Steelers.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it, as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Set the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Delay of game.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Johnson, the man in motion right.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 13-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Steelers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
52, Titans 24.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Out come the Titans now.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Tannehill's throw is on target to Burks.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's that's taken in by Okonkwo.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Tannehill. It's complete to Hopkins. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill.
Over the middle into the hands of Burks.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late point. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL.
The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.